At the tender young age of 24 years old, Cristina de Corte suffers from an inherited condition called mitochondrial neurogastrointestinal encephalopathy, or MNGE, an extremely rare and deadly disease with the ability to attack vital organs and progress rapidly in many patients. This disease is in fact so rare that Cristina is one of only 70 people in the entire world who have it.
It's a genetic disease and it just happens to be very rare. The disease itself usually hits your digestive system and eventually works to all your main organs. So I've had a lot of different types of issues.
This disease causes Cristina to experience unbearable intestinal pain, which no longer allows food and nutrients to absorb throughout her body. She's had these symptoms since she was only 17 years old, and much rarity of this disease has made it quite difficult for medical experts to properly diagnose her condition.
It was just really hard to pinpoint what it is. There's so many different types of digestive problems that go along with it. So I was tested for irritable bowel syndrome, celiac disease. At one point they even thought I had an eating disorder, which I knew myself that I didn't, but I didn't know kind of where else to go. I kept seeing doctor after doctor, and eventually I came across a gastrologist doctor that was very good. And he could see what was happening. He didn't know the reason why it was happening. He then sent me to a genetic doctor, which eventually found out what I had.
Unable to digest properly, Cristina has now lost an excessive amount of weight and receives all of her nutrients through an IV.
I got something called TPN, which helps keep the calories up and gives me nutrition and vitamins. So that's pretty much how I sustain my weight, because I'm not able to really do it on my own anymore.
So you're fed through an IV, which pretty much keeps you alive.
Pretty much, yeah.
A hairdresser by trade, Cristina works very hard when she has the energy to do so. However, her illness is now beginning to progress, causing nerve damage to her hands and legs. Due to these unfortunate circumstances, doctors have recommended a bone marrow transplant.
Since no one in Cristina's immediate family is a bone marrow match, her life now depends on the kindness of strangers.
Well, basically, we're here to educate people about the need for stem cell donors. It's actually stem cells that we are collecting from people. So what we basically do is we ask them to swab their cheek and fill out a form to get onto the registry. Currently, we have 742 Canadian patients who are unable to find a match within their own family. We've already checked the international registry or the network of international registries, and with over 21 million potential donors on it, and we were unable to find a match. So the more people register, the better the outcome, and the higher the chances of patients finding that match. And literally, once you register, you could be that one person in the entire network of registries that happens to match, by the powers of this universe, happens to match a patient and literally save their lives.
Cristina's serious condition has also taken a toll on her family members, who were on hand to lend their continued love and support.
For us, in this couple of years, has been very drastic. But obviously, she's having the worst part because she's really the one suffering more than anybody else. We just support her. We with her. You could understand a father, a mother, what could possibly feel knowing that the daughter is in this situation.
Cristina's heartbreaking story had even inspired a young girl who just happened to be on location that day.
I was in the store and I saw this flyer taped on the desk, and I asked them where it was, and then I came down here, and since me or my grandma couldn't help, then I was walking around right here asking people if they could help. And then after that, I came around here and they gave me flyers that I could give out. So I went to the food court, and I've been doing that for a while.
Cristina's family members have launched an all-out social media campaign, an initiative to help draw attention to potential donors who can one day save her life.
It's usually Wednesdays at about 6 p.m. And we tweet hashtag Hope for Cristina, like my shirt says. And again, this is just working with social media, again, really trying to get the word out there.
If you are unable to make it to a donor drive, you can contact www.onematch.ca and they will send you your very own swab kit. Males between 17 to 35 are the best donors, although everyone is encouraged to donate. In Mississauga, Nilson Darayan, Access Peel.